Well, good morning, YouTube. Anybody want to go ice skating? Yeah, it's cold for Western North Carolina. I know some of you are in much colder weather. However, here it did get down to about 0 last night. Actually, here at the house with the wind chill, they were saying -17. You know, I wish I would have had the camera set up when I just started the dually up, because this is the coldest I've ever started the truck, and it was not happy. But it just sounded, it had that rah, rah, rah kind of sound to it, you know, like the big rigs have when I started it. Never heard it do that before. Wish I would have had the camera set up. So anyway, I want to wish you guys Merry Christmas Eve and a Merry Christmas tomorrow. I'm actually running into town at the moment because our microwave decided to quit working last night. And of course, family is coming over. Mama S is already here. But we've got to be able to cook and microwave things. So, road trip. Not just the swimming pool in the creek, but you see, even the big ponds are all frozen over. I don't know how thick it is. I'm not about to go out there and try to walk on it, but we don't see that here very often where they're that frozen. So I am a little bit worried about the struggle bus and the Overland and Talon's camper. You know, I just did all those repairs on the struggle bus plumbing, and as I was recording that intro, I walked in there to check, and there was an icicle hanging from the kitchen faucet. Now, ever since I did the repairs, I've kept the heat on in there to keep it warm, to make sure it wasn't gonna freeze, because we knew this, you know, this cold front was coming. Unfortunately, last night we had a huge issue with being able to maintain power. So for hours, starting around, and I'd say 8:30, 9 o'clock, we would lose power, but only for 1 second. It would like shut off and immediately come back on. That happened 10 or 12 times up until about midnight. Again, it was only off for 1 second. It was annoying though, because it was enough to shut down the internet, to shut off the TVs, so on and so forth. So I'm sitting there watching a YouTube video, and it would take, you know, 5 minutes or so for it to boot back up to be able to continue. At some point, I gave up on trying to watch the TV, and I just climbed into bed and started watching some videos on my iPad, because usually there's enough of a buffer there that if I lose power for the 1 second, it doesn't really affect the iPad too much. And about 1:30 in the morning, the power shut off and stayed off for about 10 minutes. Again, not a huge deal. I got a phone call in the middle of the night, probably really early this morning, around 5:30 or 6, saying that the power company was having trouble maintaining, and that there was going to be kind of rolling blackouts, and hopefully there wouldn't be any periods of time more than an hour that we would be without power. And of course that happened multiple times throughout the remainder of the morning. About 9 a.m. I get a phone call from Talon, who asked if he could come to our house, because even though we didn't have any power either, we've at least got a gas fireplace. So we still had heat in our house, but they didn't have any heat there because they're just all using electric heaters. And RVs don't maintain heat like a house does, because, you know, poor insulation by design. So basically all the kids, Talon, Derek, and Gabe, and the dogs, they came over so they could all sit in our living room and warm up a little bit. But Derek had even said that, you know, he left his faucet running last night, like in a slow trickle, to prevent it from freezing. Froze anyways. So the struggle bus, same thing. Hopefully we didn't break any pipes, because that would really suck after all the headaches I went through last week trying to get the thing fixed. Never heard that in a Walmart before. So I find it kind of amusing that in Walmart the fire alarm was going off and nobody panicked. Nobody flinched. Everyone just kind of looked around like, that's freaking annoying. Let's finish our shopping. Well guys, looks like maybe the fire alarm wasn't a false alarm after all. Now what I don't think you guys could see because of the camera angle is the parking lot was very wet right there, like they just hosed something down, and they had a whole section there coming out of the lawn and garden area that was roped off a caution tape. So maybe there actually was a fire. Don't know. It's not much, but you see we did get a tiny bit of snow up there last night.
Once you're in it, are you gonna sit in it?
You try.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes. When are you gonna start? The moment his first foot gets in?
As soon as he's yeah.
He just cuts the fuck out of himself. Is it bad?
Yeah.
Alright, I'd go ahead and start it. He's about to go. Go ahead and start it. Start the timer.
It started.
Alright, 2 minutes.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
He sat in it for about, turn it around, 18 seconds.
Pop a video when you eat an orange.
Silly.
So I wonder what the like in the name. Oh no.
So yummy orange. So it's your Bucky's outfit, Berkey. Are you a happy little beaver? Great, great. Give it to Sissy.
Also, Mom said she's not playing, so.
Just in case you guys are wondering what an old, fat, bald guy looks like in a onesie.
Are your feet flat?
Yeah.
You think it's big enough for you?
I think
This
so.
is good side for me.
Should I kick it?
You can try to kick it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to.
You want the other one on? Look, honey.
Devil's Revenge, Spontaneous Combustion, Ass Blaster. It says ass blaster. No, it's not bad at first.
That one does taste different. That one tastes like jalapeno.
When you ride,
Made with 1 million Scoville. First thing I light in the smoker is gonna be this.
She doesn't look like her father. But the Berezovsky chain runs deep.
Let me see your
Your entire family looks like that.
Yeah, but that's Kato though.
Brooklyn,
Was it
let me see your
Kato?
ear muffins.
here, can I open?
I said stop. I said stop.
Brooklyn, you got yourself a camera?
Greg.
You start your own YouTube channel?
The Christmas. Let's see whose name's on it. Olivia. Is that her name?
Now let's take the cover off.
Mine would dominate yours.
Yeah, you're probably right, actually.
No, this is carbon.
Holding it properly. Already taught him how to pick it up.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed Christmas as much as we did here. You know, it's great just having the family together, a lot of laughs, a lot of good times. And times like these, after all, are some of those precious moments that you have in life. You know, I think it was great to get the dirt bike for Grayson. Just wanted to kind of splurge on him a little bit. You know, when our kids were young, we really couldn't afford to do stuff like that. Like, I really wanted to get my kids into things like that. Plain and simply, it just wasn't in the budget. And so, you know, buying him the dirt bike was, you know, kind of made me feel good as well because I was able to do that for him. However, don't think he's quite ready for it. He's a little bit scared of it. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of coaching, a little bit of training, and get him to where he's ready for it. And obviously, I don't want to push him either. So hopefully he'll like it. He's having a little bit of trouble getting it kick-started. You know, and then he's never ridden anything like this before. So trying to give him the concept of, you know, the brakes and the throttle and so on and so forth. Now, these little KTMs, they are automatics. It doesn't have to worry about shifting to start with. Once you start the thing, you just give it throttle and it goes. But it is a pretty fast bike for such a teeny tiny little machine. And so I don't want him to just turn the throttle into a wild because it picks up speed pretty darn quick. So yeah, we definitely got a little bit of coaching to do in there to get him comfortable with it. But I think he's happy with it. He's just nervous about it. So anyway, guys, I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I guess at some point the kids say that they're going into the creek today. Now, it did warm up. It's like 30 degrees today, so it's definitely warmer than the last few days. Zach went in the creek yesterday when it was only like 10 degrees out, and he regretted it. So he's going to do it again. And I guess they're trying to get everybody in there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And until the next time we see you, keep those engines running.